Say what's cracking, YouTube. It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a pro violation. Yard down! You already know what it is, man. Today's that free game Friday. But before I get started, I'm gonna ask y'all to do me a few favors, man. In the event you like this game I'm giving out, hit that like button. Also, if you ain't done it already, subscribe to my channel. And then hit that notification bell. That way, anytime I drop a story, you will be notified ASAP Rocky, and you can hop on it whenever you're ready. Now, for those of y'all who may not know, I ended up getting arrested in '94, sentenced to 16 years plus life. I ended up doing 24 years in some of these California prisons, and I end up making a YouTube channel and talking about some of my penitentiary experiences. But even though I talk about those, I definitely don't want nobody to think that I'm championing or condoning those type of events. I'm just relating and sharing my story, and letting cats know what it's like in the penitentiary. So every Friday, I definitely do what I like to call a free game Friday, man, and it's basically trying to give people some information on staying out of the streets and staying out of prison, things of that nature. So these is for the youngsters, and basically anybody who like this type of information, man. So let's get cracking with it today, right now. Now, oh, let me say this too. If you didn't get a chance yet, go check out the video I dropped yesterday. It's called "The Bloods Get Brackin'." It's a real good story, and also the one I did before that, G Rock was turned up. And go, I do some rapping. Go. You can go hit YouTube and type in 16 to life music. You're gonna hear some of my songs on there. They gas, man. One of the latest songs I was featuring on is a song called "Fuck That Broke Bitch." Featuring Compton AV and a few other brothers. Go to my page and you will see it there. I believe it's up under F.T.T.B. But check it out, man. The song is fire. It's your boy 16 to life. Y'all already know. Now with that, let's get going. Now for those dudes who are out there still partaking in the street activities, man, I got some sad news for y'all today, man. And that news right there is the game is dead, man. The game is over. If you haven't realized by now, and when I'm talking about the game is, I'm talking about the street game. When I was growing up, we used to call being out there in the streets the game. And that's why I call this Free Game Friday. So whether it was the dope game, even the gang banging game, the street game basically. And the game consists of this, man. There's rules to the game. And those rules have been broken. So when you're in a game and everybody's not playing by the rules, whether you realize it or not, there is no game. You must have order in everything that you're doing. And now in today's streets, when everything and anything is permissible, and especially telling and doing all these other things, there is no game, man. Look, let me lace y'all to a little something. In every game you have, there's rules, whether it's Monopoly, Tiddlywinks, chess, backgammon, volleyball, tennis, um, uh, tic-tac-toe, you know, all hopscotch. All these games have rules, and the rules must be followed and applied, or else there is a certain unfairness to the person who's not following the rules. In baseball, man, there's certain rules, and when you don't follow the rules, you're out. You know what I'm saying? And so in the streets, man, there was rules. One rule right now that is not being followed and adhered to is telling, man. It's so much snitching and so much telling going on. You may kick it with a dude, 5 or 6, 7 dudes on a day-to-day basis every day, and then when something happened, one or two of those dudes will tell. You know what I'm saying? And then the bad thing about that is, you have these other so-called street dudes. They'll have information and knowing that a person told, but yet they'll still choose to hang out with this dude, still kick it with this dude, like this dude ain't violated a sacred and major rule in the game. A lot of dudes, they ideology or their theory, or basically is what they're going off of is, he didn't tell on me. But yeah, he didn't tell on you, but you hanging with a snitch. You hanging with a dude that's gonna tell. And so if the right opportunity presents itself, he will tell on you. Cause what's most important to him, and he didn't already showed that by his prior actions, what's most important to him is his freedom. So I don't understand why these dudes who proclaim to be street dudes uh still giving these dudes passes. Now listen, if you done got out the street and you changed your life and you hanging with a dude who's told, okay, I can't blame you for that. If you didn't change your life, I mean that's your prerogative, right? If you have changed your life and you no longer have the same street mentality, but you still can't be proclaiming to be no street dude, sticking to certain street principles when they convenient, but then you're hanging with dudes who has broke one of the most sacred rules in being in the streets, man. And so this is the situation right here. And this is why I be telling everybody to leave the game now, because when you playing by the rules, if you gonna stay down, you not gonna tell. You playing by the rules, but this other dude ain't playing by the rules. It's sad to say, man, but there's no way you can win. If this dude to shoot at you, and then when you come back and shoot at him, he go run and tell the police, how can you win, man? There's no way you can win. And the game is all about winning at the end of the day. We don't play the game to lose. So, it comes a sad point in everybody's life when all the greats must retire, man. Whoever the greatest is in your book, whether it's Kobe, rest in peace, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, rest in peace, Wayne Gretzky, whoever your greatest was, Usain Bolt, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to retire. Magic Johnson, pick a person who you consider great in any type of sport or whatever. At some point in time, man, we all must retire one way or another. And so we have to be smart. We have to realize, man, that this game ain't what we signed up for. When it's okay for dudes, man, to drive by a school and shoot the whole school up because they looking for one person and they hit a bunch of innocent women and kids and stuff who don't participate in that street activity, and then they feel cool about that. That's not what we signed up for, man. It's a lot of things that that's permitted nowadays in the game that we did not sign up for, which makes the game unfair, So if you somewhere, man, like dudes don't realize, even in prison, there's a lot of telling going on in prison right now, man. If you on the yard, right, and a situation arises and you frontline the situation and you go stab somebody or go handle your business, man, these other dudes is going to tell on you, right? And then you'll be sitting up in the hole, and basically all you'll be is a sacrificial lamb, because you'll still have dudes out there programming, hanging out on the yard, doing what they normally do. And them dudes is not handling their business. And so now they didn't let you go to the hole pretty much for nothing. And they still doing what they do. So what I'm saying is, man, everybody must be of the same accord when it comes to pushing the line and keeping the game true. And if it's not, if you got 30% of the dudes keeping the game true and 70% of the dudes faking, the game is on its way down, man, and it's no need to sink with the ship when you know the ship is about to sink. That's just like if all those people who hopped on the Titanic, you think if they knew the Titanic was going to run into that iceberg, you think they would have stayed on that ship? No, man, we got to be smarter. We can't let our pride and our ego get us caught up in a situation that's going to definitely be detrimental and a humongous inconvenience to what we're trying to accomplish in life. You know what I'm saying? And so it's always better 10 times out of 10 get out of the game, hop on the straight and narrow, and continue to accomplish what you was trying to accomplish in the game. Because now in this day and age with these computers, this technology, this firsthand information, if you're willing to search and do the research and put in the effort, you always can accomplish legally what you was trying to accomplish illegally. You just have to be open to studying, asking questions, and finding out. There's ways, man. There's ways to get accomplished what you want to get accomplished. And so a lot of us don't understand that, man. You can be an entrepreneur outside of selling drugs or doing things that's going to lead you to the penitentiary or possibly to the casket. You can always find a way to do what you want to do in a normal and legal fashion. And then, of course, once you start getting the money in a legal fashion, you'll like it that much better because you're not looking over your shoulder. But what I'm trying to say to y'all today is, man, the game is dead. Just look around you. People aren't sticking to the rules. People are, they robbing, they killing, they doing things. You got homeboys killing homeboys. They doing out of jealousy. They doing things that's not permitted. When I grew up, a homie killing a homie was a number one cardinal sin. If me and you, we bang in the same hood, we from the same area, and we hang together, and then it's cool for you to kill me over a small and frivolous issue. We never was homies from the gate. If and then when one homie killed the other homie, if your homies don't ride on that dude, then what was it all for? If it's cool to kill me, we might as well should have been enemies from the gate. So you know what I'm saying? But it's different type of teachings being taught to these younger type of dudes, man. So they have different type of morals and a different type of fiber that a lot of us had growing up, man. When I was growing up, a homie was precious. But nowadays, man, it's sad to say that taking a life is just not um, it's nothing to most people, regardless of who that life is. They don't care how long they may have known you. A dude is going to justify reasons to put shit in the game, man. And so that's what I'm telling y'all today, that the game is dead. For you youngsters out there, all you got to do is look around, man. If you really out there in the streets, look around you. It's happening everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so it's best to listen to the information I'm trying to provide instead of going through the situation yourself and getting caught up. Like I say, I was locked up. I've done 24 years, man, and I can count, or excuse me, I can't count on my hands and toes how many dudes I seen leave the penitentiary, and come back with way more time than I had. Life sentences, you know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't listening, man. The game is different out there nowadays. And if you want to survive, you got to get out the game. You know what I'm saying? That's free game, man. That's some of the best advice I've ever gave you dudes. Things is going to go bad, man. Look at these dudes who claim to be street dudes, and they hanging with these rats. And, when it benefits them, when it's convenient for them, if they can make some money, they'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about the street code, knowing that this dude is a major rat. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how it's going to go, man. So my advice to y'all is get up out the game while you could. Game recognize game, real recognize real, man. And with that being said, y'all already know it's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.